"Hey, do you know how to mess with me? Just tell me I can't do something." That phrase makes me so furious, but at the same time, it brings all my fuses together and totally fires me up. From my starting days in self-development, this has been the best form of stimulus and motivation for me. Most of my success can be traced back to someone who insulted me or said I couldn't do something. Their voice stuck in my head kept the pain and struggles as motivation. During that period, it took me to make a success of what I was pursuing. I was not so bright in college. I remember that I would skip school on so many occasions. Well, that being said, to the eyes of some of my family members, I was a failure. I remember that when I would meet them during family meetings, they would look down on me and insult me with sarcasm, and insult me like I was a piece of Well, all this pain, rejection, insults, to this day are tattooed on my brain cells. When I was in my mid-20s, I've had people say to me that I had a poor way of thinking and that I was not smart enough. That phrase, to this day, fires me up. Hear me well, as someone who is known to have one of the best ways of thinking among so many. Like Taylor Swift would say, "Oops, look what you made me do." The same people would later treat me like I was a dog, even told me that I was barking and annoying them. That was it. Resolve became my first name. That was just the motivation I needed when I face the hardships, the rough patches, when I get knocked down, when I meet the haters, the laughers, all the critics. Every time I would face any tough climb, I would just replay the phrase, "You have a poor way of thinking and you're not smart enough." In a flash, my engine would start running at maximum speed. But I'm grateful because this helped me burn my boats so that I can stay focused and prove those SOBs wrong. She was born on 31st July 1965 in Yate, England. After her graduation, she moved to Portugal in 1990 as an English teacher. There, she met and married a Portuguese journalist, Jojo Arantes. After 3 years, their daughter was born in 1993. After that, their marriage ended in a divorce, and now she was struggling as a single mother. But back in 1990, having a deep passion for writing, an idea for a book occurred to her while she was traveling from Manchester to London. Even in her struggle, she manages to write the book. The book got rejected 12 times, and she was told that not to quit her day job because her writings would never sell. That was it. When she finally got accepted for a tryout by a publisher, her novel became an international hit. She became a sensation. The book series has now sold more than 450 million copies worldwide. Her name, ladies and gentlemen, is J.K. Rowling, and the story she wanted to tell was Harry Potter. I've read somewhere that Walt Disney, in the beginning of his career, worked for a newspaper and got fired. After that, his Mickey Mouse cartoons were also rejected because they were deemed too scary for women. Even the Three Little Pigs got rejected because it had only 4 characters. He was told that he was not creative enough. That was it. That sentence fired him up, and the rest of the story, you know it. We now have the Walt Disney Company, the mass media production, who now has touched millions of lives worldwide. The great rapper Jay-Z struggled immensely while trying to start a career as a professional rapper. Every single label record he went to rejected him and told him that he was terrible and that he was nothing. That's all Jay-Z needed to hear. Jay-Z took matters in his own hands, launching the Rockefeller Records, and released his debut album by his own efforts, Reasonable Doubt. According to Forbes, his net worth is now $610 million. At the age of 22, the great Oprah Winfrey thought her dream became a reality when she was recruited to co-anchor the 6 p.m. news at WJZ-TV in Baltimore. She was living the dream until WJZ decided and told her that she was not made for television. Big mistake. They've released the beast from its cage. Oprah uses that sentence, that she was not made for television, to stun the entertainment industry by creating The Oprah Winfrey Show, one of the most popular shows on the planet. She would later build an entire network television called OWN, which is now aired on DirecTV and satellite all over the US. As Frank Sinatra said, the best revenge is massive success. So instead of dismissing the insults or what people tell you can and can't do, absorb them, consume them, let the words boil your blood, and make a plan and take massive actions to prove them wrong. Let the sentences harden your resolve and make them regret their insults towards you. Then finally, invite them to your ceremony. Give them VIP tickets so that they would be in the front row to see you take your prize. They are your haters, yes. You should love them, yes. They are the reason that will make you unleash your superhuman being abilities.